Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I know an organization that's committed to the workers of Barbados. They want to make sure that we're getting the best out of our work lives and beyond. That's why in 2024, it's all about you too. Yeah? And here to tell us more about this, we have Cheyne Jones, who's Communications and Information Manager with the Barbados Workers Union.
Morning, teacher.
Good morning, Cheyne. And Miracle Ann King, Communications and Information Specialist with BWU as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have both of you with us.
Thanks for having us on. Teacher, before I start, I was watching on the side of your previous interview, great interview, and I saw you got a gift. Let me just tell you straight up, the only gift I have for you is representation, so don't look for anything.
Well, let me just put it in your face so that you know next time you come, keep the representation.
Bring something. All right, no problem.
I'm kidding. Representation is equally as important.
Of course.
Yeah, so when we think about May Day, it always goes to the unions. I mean, it's a thing in Barbados. That's where the brains obviously go, and that says to us, that signals to us that unionism, trade unionism is still alive and well here on the island based on all the work that has been done and continues to be done.
Yeah, alive and well, and if you've been following recently, you've been seeing the Barbados Workers Union has been making big splashes all over the place, and they've been getting some huge wins. You think back to University of the West Indies, the hotel campaign that was so well executed, which actually led to legislation, the labor clauses and concessions bill that was passed in both the House of Assembly as well as the Senate. So the Barbados Workers Union has been out there doing extremely well and representing the workers and seeing more and more workers join up and join our movement. So it's been fantastic, and May Day is the day we give back to all workers.
Absolutely. So this time around, you're teaming up with the National Cultural Foundation to do something even bigger than we're accustomed to. I know through the years it has morphed. There's always been the traditional march, and then there's speeches and all of that fanfare. So tell us a little bit more, Miracle Ann, about what we can expect this May Day.
So on Wednesday, May 1st, we're going to be at the National Botanical Gardens. This is going to be the third year that we will be there, and in association with the National Cultural Foundation. From 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. we will be having so many things. There's going to be cultural performances like stick licking, the tuck band, and also we're going to be having the St. Cyprian's Choir, the Cypritones. They will be doing their famous conky song from last year, Independence. I'm not sure, Tisha, if you heard that one, but that was a pretty popular song. And we're also going to be doing multiple things, such as like a workers' village, where small businesses, some of our members will have the opportunity to showcase their services or any products, handmaids that you do. Because you know, in this climate, it's not only good to have a main job, but you know, a little side hustle. And we do understand in this economy, we do need to be able to find resources and so forth. So we're providing that forum where they will have the opportunity with over 10,000 patrons, because last year it was really big and we're expecting even a bigger crowd. There's going to be a free kids zone with bungee jumping, jumping tents, rock climbing, but also our Frank Walcott Labour College, which is still alive and well, there will be a reading corner.
How about that? That's lots to see and do.
Yes.
And I know people are always looking to get out on, as we call them in Barbados, bank holidays.
Yeah.
So get out with a cause. And speaking of a cause, talk about the reason for the name of the campaign. What's in the name, Cheyne?
It's about you. So the Barbados Workers Union has focused on workers again. We have been, our campaigns have been focused on singling out workers, looking to see what their concerns, their worries are. We have been very vocal. We have been reaching out through our membership engagement department to find out exactly what is on workers' mind, what's concerning them most in this, as this economy keeps changing. The informal economy to formal economy, COVID-19 has changed the way people work, So we were getting back out there and finding out exactly what people needed. So It's About You was showing and signaling where our focus was. So last year we had It's About You, and this year we're saying It's About You too. So it's like a little pun, a little play on the theme again, too, and to you also. So that's it. And as Miracle mentioned, the Frank Walker Labour College Reading Corner, that's very important to us because our Frank Walker Labour College continues to do courses year round. There's Spanish, there's sign language, there's Mandarin, communications. Yeah, there's so many courses year round. So in that Frank Walker Labour College Reading Corner, we are very happy to have the kids not only in the Barbados Light and Power Kids Zone, have all the fun things and the slides, but also a reading corner. So that's some of the things that we're very proud of. And the Barbados Port Inc. is sponsoring the Workers Village that Miracle spoke about.
That's beautiful. I want to double back to those wins that you talked about, being able to really get out and work for the workers of Barbados to make sure that they are able to work and enjoy all of what's been set in place for them to do so comfortably and within the law. So that's important. I know that, for example, you mentioned a few of them, but what does it mean for the union to be able, sometimes in a very difficult climate, to be able to deliver to the workers whom you serve?
Yeah, as the climate changes and people are always seeking representation, at this point we want to obviously observe and have a moment's silence even for the 2 workers that died on the construction site, because we know occupational safety and health is something that we push a lot. We've been training our officers and training our divisions in occupational safety and health and the best practices. So that was a very unfortunate incident, and obviously we know workplaces should be always a place of safety. But as you said, in terms of representation, workers want to be represented and represented in different ways. And the Barbados Workers Union has realized that what workers demand now is something different. So if you realize the Barbados Workers Union has been making some different hires. In the past, we've hired a lot of researchers and organizers, and the Barbados Workers Union has a cadre of legal professionals now. And one free legal consultation is one of the benefits you get while you're at the Barbados Workers Union. So sometimes, people say, we've heard it, Tisha, people say, I don't need any particular union, I'm going to bring my lawyer. But we now have lawyers who are steeped in the employment rights law, and that's how we reshape to the modern demand and need of the modern worker.
And in even reflecting on what we talked about in the previous interview, to be able to go to one place, to be able to get the advice you need so that you can make an informed decision to move forward is very, very important.
Yeah.
I think it adds some muscle to the union's might as well, to be able to draw on the law from within and not necessarily have to bother about external influences and affiliations or allegiances. As a young person, as a part of the Barbados Workers Union, I want to hear from you as a worker yourself, how you feel to be a part of an organization like this, delivering the level of service that they do.
Honestly, I do feel very blessed. It's different for me because prior to coming here, unionism was not something that I really thought about or needed, because I always knew a certain level of the legislation, but what I found being in those type of spaces with my peers, a lot of them don't know that. And I know that I took it for granted, knowing the law and so forth in how I should be represented, and getting into it, I am able to see the more work that is needed to make sure children within schools know about it. And even this is why even our team recently completed the UE showcase, where we went to the university with those children and those persons who will be the next workers of Barbados, to make sure that they understand the importance of knowing legislations, reviewing contracts, because it can be a little daunting, you don't really know what should be in there. And is when you see how we can help people, especially through the digital channels such as social media, and even reaching out to them via email, something we've been recently implemented, and you see the responses, you feel it's very heartwarming to see you can be a part of a change. And that's why even the team It's About You is important. Not only are we getting back to our members, and the community, but we're encouraging the workers of Barbados to be a part of the change that you want to see so that we can enforce and influence the change within Barbados.
Well, for me, it's like the air we breathe. It's like the air around us. We don't necessarily tell ourselves, breathe, unless you are in distress. But you're breathing because this air is here for you. Because somebody is making sure that the air is clean, or some things are working to make sure that it's clean. So we don't necessarily always see the work that's being done behind the scenes, but we certainly are standing on the shoulders of the people who have gone before and who have fought to get us to this place. How has the fight changed though, Cheyne? Through the years, I know workers' rights, occupational health and safety, these are things that we see recurring, but in this age where we're doing telemedicine and where we're talking so much about AI, the fight for unions will be a little different.
That's just one of the things about the transformations of the economies and transforming to digital and transforming to AI. There are a lot of things that people worried about. I recently completed a course with the International Labour Organization where people were looking at things like, in certain places people have been implementing from the time you get up from your desk that there's this AI recording when you leave. So it will say, okay, you've gone 10 minutes over your lunch break. But it's not always that we have to be afraid of everything, but we have to arm ourselves with information. And that's what we've been doing, the Barbados Workers Union. We've been doing the Did You Knows and trying to inform people. And at this point, let me just say that we recently had a situation where some people came in with contracts. Sometimes what happens in the environment when people want employment, they sign very quickly when you get a contract, you sign very quickly. And when our officers went through, our officers as well as our legal officers went through the contract, it was crazy. All the things that were being asked, people were asked to be both manager, supervisor, line staff, janitor. You can work, you can work bank holidays, overtime, everything. And you sign that away. And we're realizing that more and more, some employers, not all, some employers are trying to ease this because they know that people are seeking employment. So information and arming yourselves with the knowledge. That's some of the things we practice, and that's why the Frank Walcott Labour College is trying to churn out so many courses. That's why we are so heavily involved in our social media and trying to reach a large cross-section of people with information. Because what we find is that when people are armed with this information, then they're able to say, come and seek us. Because sometimes people are going on because they think that this is what is supposed to happen. My boss has said it's in my contract that this is right, but more people are being armed with information and knowledge. It's not, you don't always have to be afraid of the way things change. You have to work along with it and make sure that workers and the unions and the social partnership is at every stage of the advancements, whether technological, digital, AI, so we can stay hand in hand and say, okay, this needs to be checked, this process needs to pull back. So it's not a situation just throw your hands in the air and say, digital, AI, everything is coming to take over. The unions and the Barbados Workers Union must be central in terms of the creating the framework.
And creating the framework, you certainly are doing, particularly when it comes to getting into the community, getting people out and getting them in the know. And that's what you talked about, 10,000 people last time around, and I'm sure there will be more people this time around because, people crave knowledge. And not only that, I think they want it delivered in unconventional ways as well. So you get to come out, fraternize, see and meet a few people, but you also get to hear about the issues and, see those people who are at the forefront of the fight in person. That's important. A lot of people say, I'm coming out to hear the speech of the General Secretary, or, I want to see what employers are saying, what workers are thinking. And I know this is also a part of what you do in addition to the entertainment and the various zones. It's all about sharing about the union.
Yes, and definitely we will have our informational booth there where persons who have questions, they can come directly to any of our IR officers, our legal officers, and have that conversation there with them so that they will know the next steps and so forth. We also encourage people to message us on our Instagram page. That way that they can engage with us, because a lot of people are still kind of timid reaching out to the union and being vocal about it. So they usually reach out to us via that unconventional platform and ask us questions, and we're able to get things started within a timely fashion. A part of May Day, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. So I just want to highlight our sponsors briefly. As we mentioned, is in collaboration with the National Cultural Foundation. We also have the BTMI that has come on board, Barbados Central Bank. We also have the Barbados Port Inc., which sponsored the Workers Village, Harry Fight, and they have sponsored the 2 Mile Hill segment, and 2 Mile Hill will be one of the entertainment that will be there. We have the Affinity, COB, Barbados Water Authority, CBC of course. We also have Republic Bank, G4S, Atlantic Marketing.
It's been amazing, and that has said to us that what we're doing. Normally, you don't see companies now rushing, to sponsor the Barbados Workers Union. Then we have other people coming on, Good Time Snacks. As we said, Affinity Plus, we're happy to have Affinity Plus, and Broad Street Men's, Carter's, Williams Industries. It's been the response has been phenomenal. We're hoping next year to have Standard, of course.
You're trying it, Cheyne.
Of
yeah,
course.
But absolutely. I mean, when we think about workers, it should be across the board about what we do, because we're in the workspace every single day, and we absolutely need to work together, because the common goal is for workers to be comfortable and safe and all of that other stuff. So I know that you mentioned 2 Mile Hill, and my ears perked up. What else can we expect on May Day?
Yeah, so that's the
in terms of entertainment.
So the Harry Fight 2 Mile Hill segment is going to have that Miracle mention, the Cypritones, St. Cyprian's Choir is amazing. So that session, the jam session with all the artists, is going to be, that's actually that jam session, the HIV/AIDS Commission jam session, Jam Responsibly. So they have Bag, Lil Rick, Faith Calendar, Mikey, Hyper Sounds, and of course the DJ Assault. If you were there last year and you said, we saw 10,000 people, we're going to think it's going to be even more, and it was absolutely electrifying. We were so happy to be partying with our workers, and that's going to happen again. Miracle mentioned the General Secretary, the speeches, and you mentioned that, Tisha, and I know that the GS has something up her sleeve this year that people are going to want to hear. I can't give any more, but this is going to be electrifying.
It doesn't mean we can't speculate, people. They now have Shane Jones, who's writing under the moniker.
Oh, Lord.
The Water Street Boys, who knows?
Yeah.
The General Secretary might be coming up with a tune. That would be something nice to put out in the public domain. I know that leading up to May Day celebrations, you've been back with your karaoke competition as well. And I get to hear all about how it's going when Yolanda comes into the office. Yolanda Yard, who works with us at CBC, who is also a very active member of the union. And she frequently poaches assistants from across the office. So tell me more about the karaoke competition.
So this Saturday, we will be having our final preliminary down Oysteins Bay Gardens. That's Saturday, April 13th. Showtime is at 8 o'clock, but we encourage people to come from 7. So the karaoke is, as you mentioned, the lead up to the annual May Day celebration. And it's really an opportunity for us to interact with our divisions, our members, and even do more outreach within the public domain. So that's why we're heading down to Oysteins this Saturday. Is sponsored by Atlantic Marketing through Blue Waters, and you get an opportunity to win 1,000.
Listen to me, but hold on. Listen to me, because if you had ever said that figure, listen, we would have to bring in the Fair Trading Commission.
$1,000 cash. You get the opportunity to win. So if you think that you have a singing voice, whether or not it's in the shower, it's karaoke. There will be judges. We have Eleanor, she's one of our main judges, and it has been an experience to see people coming together, singing, and not only for the competition, but for the lime. We always say, come for the lime, stay for the karaoke, and that has been going really well. Our semifinals will be at the Barbados Water Authority, who is also a sponsor of our annual May Day celebration. And then the finals will be held at Dre's Bar on the 26th in Pelican Village.
Oh, that's beautiful. And it's great to get out and, you know, enjoy the membership as well as you lead up to and kind of build that momentum of getting people ready for the big May Day celebrations. Yeah? All right, so let's repeat for everybody what will be coming up. I know that I asked this gentleman about the entertainment, and he nicely skirted around it because, you know, he's a journalist, so he figured he could walk around my question. But still, I said when I heard 2 Mile Hill, my ears picked up. He told me something new is coming from the General Secretary and all of that. I want to hear who else is on the cards. So I'm going to you, Miracle Ann. I'm going to leave out Cheyne for a minute. Who else can I look forward to on May Day?
You can look forward to seeing Lil Rick. He is a Barbadian delicacy, I would call it. So the crowd loved him last year. We brought him back again this year.
A Barbadian, pardon? Did you say that?
That is how I call it. That's how I say it.
Barbadian delicacy.
Yeah. You know
Okay.
you know what you're going to get.
Rest that tea there.
He's going to give you a great experience. Also, we have Faith Calendar, who will be on the set as well. Mikey, red plastic bag. Then we're also going to have, besides the entertainment as well, the mixology competition. Last year we had Alf, who would have done it, and he won. Even though he doesn't drink alcohol, imagine doing a mixology competition. You have to mix drinks.
You believe that?
He was peeping at it.
He was peeping at it.
That's the plan for it. Rum and States rum mixology competition.
Yeah. And our general secretary, she's also going to be mixing a drink this year. I'm not sure if, and Bev at Nathan. So it's going to be great. The entertainment is going to be top tier, you know, because the Barbados Workers Union, we do want the workers to feel relaxed on that day. It's a bank holiday, it's a family fun day. We're encouraging people to come out early. Last year by 10 o'clock, people already had their picnic tables set up, their sheets, everything. And even if you don't have picnic tables or you don't have any food, there's going to be food on sale from our wonderful vendors. Some things like loaded fries, like there's going to be so many things. It's encouraging to see people come together. You know, the workers of Barbados, we work so hard every day, and especially early mornings, late evenings, you would know, you know, it's good that we can give back to those workers and so forth.
You know, that's what the union is about. It's about bringing people together to talk.
Yeah, one of my favorite teacher before we go, the entertainment is the cultural performances put on by the National Culture Foundation, who we're in association with. The Stick Licking, Mother Sally, Landship is absolutely amazing. That's one of my highlights on the day.
And I know you can rival any Mother Sally, Cheyne.
What I mean?
Where's my cup?
I want to thank you guys for coming in and sharing. This is a great start. And you know we have a very active membership at the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. So we are always very, very involved. Congratulations on the work you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And, you know, I'm glad that you not only shared what's happening, where you're going, but I'm glad that you also touched on, Cheyne, what's happening in Barbados right now and how important it is to always have top of mind occupational health and safety, because that's something that shouldn't just be top of mind because we're being reactive to something that has happened. So to leave on that note.
Thank you so much. And see you on May Day, Wednesday, May 1st, National Botanical Gardens from 12 p.m.
Absolutely. So make sure you plan for that. You know, bring the entire family. It's an occasion for everyone to come out and fellowship. That's what the union is all about.
It's that time again, Barbados. On Wednesday, May 1st, gather your crew and head to the National Botanical Gardens for the Barbados Workers Union's free family fun day in association with the NCF. It will be vibes from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Experience electrifying performances by Red Plastic Bag, Lil Rick, 2 Mile Hill, Faith, Mikey, and Hyper Sounds, with DJ Salt turning up the heat. Choose your favorite picnic spot to take in the amazing cultural performances. Bring the little ones to enjoy our free kids zone. Delicious food and drinks will be on sale. Remember, it's about you too. So don't miss out on the vibe of the year on Wednesday, May 1st at the National Botanical Gardens. See you there.
Morning